Hi, everybody out there in YouTube world. It's June, your tarot queen, your mouth of the South. I have to say, I haven't been recording in a little bit, other than my, Saturday Live and my 12 horoscope days, which it told me to get to business, so I'm getting to business. However, I've been very triggered lately with all this Epstein stuff. I'm going to give you a little background here. When I was 6 years old, I was molested by a stepbrother. My father did divorce him. Did I ever tell? No. I didn't tell anybody until I was 18. Because my mother had left when I was 6 months old, and my sisters took care of me, and I just didn't tell anybody. And my dad remarried, and his wife's 2 sons moved in, and the one took advantage of a little girl. And he told me that if you tell your dad, he won't love you anymore. And so I didn't. All my life, I associated love and sex as the same thing. It's not. I'm here to tell you guys, it's not. And if you know someone who has been sexually molested, raped, touched in any fashion, please send them this video and let them know that they're not alone. It's okay. You know, you are a whole person. You are a good person, and you're a whole person. Just because somebody took something away from you doesn't mean they get to live rent-free in your head. So try very hard to not let them have that power over you. I also want to say that all my life, like I said, I associated love and sex as the same thing until I was about 40, I guess. And then I realized that it's 2 different things. And I was always sexually harassed when I worked in a more male-dominant field. Not every job that I worked at was I sexually harassed, but I was sexually harassed and used and thrown away like nothing. So I get it. I understand. And that's why I have my selenite wand with me today, because I feel like that we need to put out love and light to those people who are harmed by your average idiot man person that thinks they can do whatever they want to anyone they want to. And even some females like Maxwell. I think that yes, I do think she's going to get pardoned, because the idiot in the White House has some things to hide. That would be the only reason if she keeps her mouth shut. But she's a liar too, so maybe she won't. Anyway, that's why I have this here today. And I also have my beautiful citrine cluster ball, because I'm trying to get to business and manage some money. So anyway, I am going to throw cards on the whole, how do we get over this? How do we, as women, or as men, even young men who were sexually assaulted, not just women, but guys too. So people who are sexually assaulted, how do we overcome that without feeling dirty or ashamed, or, and then if we tell, then we get shamed even more. And it makes you want to just crawl in a hole somewhere and not come out. And that's no way to live. It's no way to live. And it is not your fault. I don't care what they say. It is not your fault. So I want you to, if you take nothing out of this video from me, a person, a survivor of it, that you have to know it's not your fault. You're not dirty. Somebody just took advantage of a situation that you were in. And it's worse if it's a family member that does this horrific thing to you. I mean, none of it's great. None of it is, you know, a piece of cake or a walk in the park. None of it. And it shouldn't happen. And it should be punishable. Now, some people lie and say it did happen, and it didn't. And that should be punishable too. So anyways, I want to read the cards. I'm going to use the Crystal Vision, seeing that I got crystals out on my table today. This is a hard thing for a lot of people that has been assaulted, both physically, mentally, emotionally. So let's see what the cards have to say on how we can cope with all of these triggers that are coming up right now and feel safe. You know, I mean, as women, you feel like men feel like they can just do what they want. And that's not true. Humans are not other people's objects. We're not objects. We are humans, just like they are. And they wouldn't like it if it happened to them. So some people don't have a conscience, and there's nothing we can do about that except for not let them live in our head. So with all that being said, I'm going to start throwing some cards, and we're going to see a couple of different things. I'm going to see if Elaine Maxwell is going to get out on a pardon. I'm going to see what the cards say about triggering. There's something on my phone, sorry. See what the cards say about things that trigger us. And, of course, drink my sun-kissed, as always. But, you know, see what it says about what the universe has to tell us about how we keep those things from triggering us, you know, the things in the news or the pedophiles that they are essentially letting do whatever they so choose without consequences. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to tilt it down so you guys can see the cards and not have to see me all the time. And go Bills. Anyway, so I'm not even wearing any rings other than my mood ring, which I'm in a green kind of mood, I guess. So, universe. First, I want to heal people. How do we heal from? I know how I did it. I forgave and didn't let them have power over me anymore. Of course, they both died in prison. That helps, but I'm not the one that put them there. They put themselves there. So anyway, how do we heal, universe? Give me some guidance to help people who are being triggered by all this pedophile crap going on in the United States and around the world, for that matter. How can we cope with it? Or what can we do about it? What can we do to stop it? Or make those that do these things to people that they have no right to do. They weren't given permission to do these things. So how do we cope with it, and how do we make them pay for it? I don't know card. The unknown. Some people, you know, we're always going to have pedophiles, I guess. That's what that was trying to say. And everybody reacts to things differently. This is my only deck that has 79 cards in it. And I keep it in there because some things, you know, people got to work out for themselves. So if it comes up, Okay, universe. What's your advice for that? Is that it? That's all you have to say? This is your advice for that. It's just those two cards. Because this one flipped up. Okay. So it says that we need to keep organizing, keep going to therapy, keep telling ourselves and knowing it wasn't our fault. Knowing that we are organized, we are standing up, we are taking control of our lives, ourselves, our person, or anybody that we know that has been harmed by someone else. This other card that came out was let it go. Let it go. Realize that you are not alone, for one thing, and that we are organizing and we are staying together and we are standing up for one another. And we are trying very hard to keep the pedophiles in prison. You have to speak up. You cannot let pedophiles or harassers have power over you. That's why you need to let it go. Not in a legal sense. Don't let it go. Don't back down. Tell the truth. Speak up. Help put those people away. And don't be afraid to do it. And don't allow people to shame you, to make you feel like it's you. Because it's not you. You're strong. And you have to let it go to be strong. That way, they don't have any power over you. And they can't shame you. Do you understand? So, organize. Let's stay together. Let's talk to one another. Tell people. Tell the law. And if it's the law, tell somebody else above them. You know? I've even had police harass me sexually. So, even if it's the law, even if it's your father or your mother, you go to someone and you tell. And you make them pay. And we tell each other. So we can all stand up. If it's happened to us. Like the Me Too movement sort of thing. And you'd be surprised on how many people who have been sexually assaulted when they were young, when they were older, most of their lives. It's amazing. I mean, it's just scary, amazingly scary. That's what I'm trying to say. So, again, stand up, be counted for, get organized, let it go in your head. It's not your fault. This is nothing you did. So don't let them live in your head. Don't let them live there. Stand up, push them out. They don't deserve that power over you. They don't deserve it. They need to be locked in prison. Or something happened to them that they did to somebody else. An eye for an eye, I always say. But if you do know anybody, seriously, guys, if you do know anyone, please send this video. Because they need to know that they're not alone. And that we're all standing there right with them. Even the victims of Epstein, the ones that are still alive, I'm hats off to you for stepping forward and letting Elaine and him go to prison. He is sick. And so is Trump. If he thinks that he is going to let her get out of prison, which is my next reading today, if he is sick to give her a pardon because she has stuff on him, he needs to face his consequences as well as any other pedophile, any other rapist would. He is no better than them. So he needs to see his day behind the bars as well. And I do believe his name is on the Epstein list. Otherwise, he wouldn't be pardoned, or he wouldn't have went over there and made that secret deal of immunity or partial immunity or whatever the hell it is. So let's see if she gets off. Let's ask Universe. I'll put the cards back down. And I got our selenite, so we're protected. I promise you guys, I'm sending love and light to every victim of domestic violence or sexual assault or sexual molestation. To every victim of it, I'm sending you love and light and positive energy that you can let it go and get it out of your head and put the perpetrator in jail where they need to be. So, Universe, is Donald Trump going to give her, we know he's already given her queen for a day immunity, so she can't be prosecuted for those things that might incriminate her, which she's going to plead the 5th in the subpoenaed documents. She's going to plead the 5th on everything. We all know that. So is she going to get out? He is dangling that pardon carrot over her head right now. Is she going to get out of prison? I believe that's it. You know what? That's 4 cards here. Yep, she's going to get out. This is like a situational reading, guys. I don't know if you can see it all or not. Maybe I can push that back a little bit or push them up somehow. Over. Tilt it. Maybe. Tilt it that way so you can see. I'll hold them up anyway. This is the situation. Yeah, she's kind of charming. Yeah. So yeah, I believe that the situation is, yes, she is going to get out. She does have the death card in her enemy position though, so that's kind of cool. That there's no change in her per se. I believe that she has to live with the things that she's helped cause. I think she may have learned some lessons in prison, like maybe, you know, getting a broomstick to her or something. So, you know, anyway, I think she's learned some lessons and she has to live with this. And I don't think, you know, she's a liar. So that's not changing. So I want to say, Donald Trump, you can't trust a liar, right? I don't think she should trust him, and I don't think he should trust her. But that's my personal opinion of the subject. However, there's some money involved in here too. So I know that she is an heiress and a wealthy individual. So she's got enough money to fight. So, but she did get convicted. And we got to remember that. She was a part of that whole crime. And Trump was too. What needs to be done about it is we can't be naive. This is a naive card. It's also a major arcana. Minor, major, minor, major. So what needs to be done about this is we can't turn a blind eye. We can't just let our money fall out of our pocket and turn a blind eye to this that's going on. We have to as a collective whole, need to, we need to keep going, keep fighting, we need the signs. Don't free Maxwell. Don't free Maxwell. Don't free Maxwell. You know, because she needs to pay for these. And she needs to tell the truth. Instead of pleading the fifth like the coward her boyfriend was, Epstein, like the coward he was, she doesn't need to plead the fifth. She needs to tell the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. Now, will she? I don't know. But maybe if enough people stand up and say, enough, this is ridiculous. You're pardoning her to keep your name out of the headlines because you yourself are a pedophile, Mr. Trump. So do not free Elaine Maxwell is what we need to do about this situation. So now I'm going to do that last card since it turned out to be a situational spread. I'm going to see what else we can do about that whole Elaine and getting the list, the true list. And I don't give a shit who's on it. I wouldn't care if it was, well, I might care if it was my husband because then I'd divorce his ass. But I don't think he'd be on it anyway. But somebody might be naive enough to think that. Okay, choices. Choices. We can either let it happen. That's a choice. We can fight our ass off because it's matters of the heart. It's matters that matter. This whole thing matters. If he allows her out, it gives other pedophiles, you know, hey, the president's a pedophile, so why can't I be one? Gives them permission to do what they've been doing to young girls a lot, or young boys, both. So we have a choice. We can let it go or not fight about it. Just don't talk about it. Keep it hidden. Tell it and fight. Those are our choices. So I say we tell it and we fight, and it matters. We matter. Our voice matters. And anybody that you know, if you know somebody who has been sexually assaulted, then you need to step up and help them and fight with us. So let's not let her get out of here without naming who's on that list. All of the people on the list, not a select few like the Democrats or the Republicans or just a few people, and not all of them. My big question is, and hope Trump isn't watching this one at this particular juncture, because my question for the cards and for universe is, will she turn on Trump? Will she say she won't, but then do it? Because after she gets pardoned, they can't convict her for the same crime, right? So she can turn coat's tail and tell on him. And he can't prosecute her for being a tattletale, now can he? And if they ask her why, all she has to do is say, well, I wanted out, and he let me out. So I wasn't going to tell. But guess what? He's a pedophile. He deserves to be in there just like I did. So, will she turn on Trump? Will Maxwell turn on Trump, universe? Please tell me. This I want to know. See how many cards we get on this one. Will she turn on Maxwell? Or will she turn on Maxwell? She needs to turn on herself. She needs to change her ass. Maybe she's learned a few things about how it feels to be victimized or shamed. Will Maxwell turn on Donald Trump? Shuffle one more time. She needs to gain a conscience, I believe. Will she turn on Trump? Because she a liar, he a liar. So why wouldn't she lie to him? I would. And I'd put him in jail. Of course, I'm not a liar, so maybe that's why I would do that. All right. Is that it? Yes. Okay. All right. First off, she's got your Empress card. There's glare on it. Sorry, guys. Which tells me that she's taking care of herself right now. She is, she's taking care of herself. And that's all that matters right now, is that she is taking care of her. Okay? That's all that matters to her right now. She wants out of there. So, oh gosh, really close. She wants out of there. So she's turning on her, or she's not turning on him right now. She wants out of there. She wants the pardon. She's taking care of herself right now. That's all she's thinking about, is herself at this particular juncture. Figures. Queen of Cups. That is a Scorpio type of temperament. Now, this tells me that she's taking care of herself at the moment, but she's got a bite. So I think she has grown a spine, and she has realized that he, and others have hurt a lot of people because of their own perversion. They've hurt a lot of people. So let me see if I can't fix this thing. It's giving me glare, and I don't like that. Okay. So she has a bite, and she's a liar. So she's not listening to her own intuition, which is I think that if she was, she would realize that this is a carrot that Trump is giving her. It's a carrot. That's all it is. And he can give it or he can take it away. So she's protecting herself, but she does have a bite. She also has choices. She has many choices, just like we do. We can stand up, we can fight, we can be silent, which I think she will be silent at first. I really do. That's what universe is telling me. She's going to be silent. She's going to take the fifth, that she is going to be silent. But then there's opportunities. There's an opportunity for her to get out. There's also an opportunity for her to make up for what she's done, which is after she gets out, tell it. Tell it all. Every bit of it. And that would be the opportunity for her to make it right. For her, she's still got some karmatic payback, which I'm sure she's getting right now in prison. But unless they're keeping her isolated so nobody will kill her, or she won't kill herself. Which, but she's got an opportunity. And she's taking it. Her ship is not in though yet. He hasn't offered her the full pardon yet. So he's hanging that over her head. So she will plead the 5th when anybody asks her. She will plead she's going to plead the 5th. So, because he hasn't pardoned her yet. I don't think she's sleeping well. I think that she does realize that she caused a lot of harm to people. I think she has learned that, you know, you can't take things away from people. You just can't. Not like that. Not without permission. Now, if they gave you permission, y'all have at your weird, perverted ways. But if they didn't, and you took advantage of somebody because they were poor, or because they were little and couldn't fight back, didn't know any better, I mean, that's karmatic stuff. So she's not sleeping good. She's not sleeping good. But she does want out of prison, guys. She does want to be out. So she is going to plead the 5th. But we got to stop that. We have to stop it. We have to stand up, make some signs that say, "Do not free Maxwell." You know, like they had the "Run, Bambi, Run" signs. Well, do not free Maxwell. She doesn't need to be set free. Unless she's ready to make amends and tell the whole thing. Her part, their part, everybody's part. And every single person that has been recorded, that has made contact with her and Epstein, that she has brought in to Epstein and to others to let them do with what they wanted to, whether they paid them or not. Doesn't matter. If you're broke, you're probably going to do anything to make a little money. You're probably going to do anything. So I believe, remember that bite card I said that she has a bite? Once she gets all her ducks in a row, once she gets that pardon, I believe she will turn on Trump. I believe she will turn on him. She will say he was in the list. She will say there's recordings if there are. And I believe she will tell on every single person that is in that file. No one will be left out. No one. So if you're on that file, you need to start worrying. Because you can be prosecuted. She might not can be again, but you can be. And I think we need all of us victims, all of the people who know us, we all need to stand up and fight. Choices. She's not going to do it blindly. I feel like she's gained a conscience. Now, yes, she wants out of prison. Yes, she's trying to take care of herself and trying to do just that, get out of prison. So she's going to use everything to her advantage that she can to get out. I can't say as a blamer, but she does deserve to be there. So she needs to come clean and then go into hiding because nobody wants to see her again. But she needs to come clean for the people that she has hurt, for the families of the people that she has helped hurt. And get those idiots out of politics or out of power so that they cannot hurt anyone else. Please. I don't know if she could watch YouTube or not, but if she can, I hope you're hearing this, Miss Maxwell. I hope you're hearing it. And I hope the other inmates are hearing it too. Make her suffer. Make her tell the truth. She ain't no fool. She's not stupid. But I do believe she's going to turncoat on Trump. You heard it here. You heard it from me. Remember that. So, guys, again, I've got us saged. We're good. I'm sending positive energy, light, and healing to all of those victims out there. His and anybody else's, hers, all victims of sexual harassment, rape, molestation, because it's not your fault. I'm sending you healing, light, and energy so that you can do the right thing and take care of your mental stability and not let people shame you, because none of this is your fault. And for the business part of it, you guys, if you want to send me some dinero or some coffee, I like coffee, Sunkist, anything, it helps. It helps me to stay doing what I'm doing and being able to take care of my husband, which is very important to me. So I appreciate all donations, all the help that I get from, like Eleanor, making these beautiful objects and giving them away and sending them to people. And Gina T for all her encouragement and ideals, and Eleanor for her ideals. And Jackie, which I miss Jackie. I haven't seen her on the lives in a while. I hope she's still there. And Miss In the Zone. I really want to thank you too. I want to thank everybody who's contributed to my channel, Regina, how small or however big it may be. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I want to be able to continue to do this. I want to help and give as much as I can to the community. That's why I do these readings for free on here. That's why I do those Saturday lives. Yeah, I get some crazies on there. I'm talking about how old I am. I'm proud of my level. I'm proud of every gray hair I got. I'm proud of every wrinkle I got. I'm proud that I'm still here and being able to help. So I do want to show you guys the quilt. Miss Judy too. Usually she's standing there. She fell over. Oh, she kind of broke. She's laying on the couch. Every time I come in here, she scares me. Because I'm like, who's that? Anyway, I do want to kind of go to the quilt and show you a bigger picture of it. Now, this is not the whole thing. It's over my rack that I'm making my rug on. But it is a absolutely stunning, soft, warm quilt. I know this isn't the whole thing. It's a queen size quilt, but you can see the beautiful colors on it. So I did want to show that more so than I have. Now, when we reach 2,500 subscribers, we will be giving this away to someone. And I will pick up cans if I have to mail it to them. And I will get as many as I can so I can, get some money for them. And that's that. And with all of that being said, guys, stay strong and stay mystical.